All right, coming through to you live from Kansas City Steers Arena. We have the ABL matchup between the Pittsburgh Rens and the Kansas City Steers. I've played about a quarter and a half of this game, and I've already decided that the spinner was not the greatest method for determining the play-by-play shooting and rebounding and whatever else, not rebounding, field goal shooting, free throw shooting, and the like. A very arduous task trying to spin that, trying to see what number. Is that going to be on 64 or 93? There's a lot of play in that spinner, and as beautiful as it is, I'm just going to junk it after about a quarter of play, as many of you have already told me that. I actually went a couple minutes with my 100-sided die, which is incredibly impressive. But once again, not the greatest. A little difficult to see what number you actually get when you roll that thing. Here's my demonstration. I believe that's 16 right there, but that's not the easiest way to do it. Still an impressive die nonetheless. A good conversation piece. So I've resulted in ending up with a pair of 10-sided dice, which is the simplest way to go for all the shooting and the free throws and the like. I've also got a 50-sided die, which will be used in conjunction with another innovation from James. Rich just told me that it was a good idea to use the 10-sided die. James came up with an old rebounding chart that was used for BLM basketball, which I will be using it on all rebounding battles. And I think that's going to be my go-to way for the rest of this game, because it was just an arduous first quarter. And as you notice, I am not keeping the cards in a stack of 5, which was just insane. In conjunction with the rebounding board, there's a left guard, left forward, right guard, right forward, and center. So I've designated those positions on the court, and I just moved the ball marker between players on every play. So I'm developing a flow. I've only played it for about 25 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes probably now, because of the changes I've been making. Interesting game. I can still tell you right off the bat it's better than Hoop-Mania. That's probably my best review I can give. But anyway, this is it's interesting, the players and everything. I've got to use my guide. You can see on the wall here, I've got stats for a lot of the each team. There's Pittsburgh showing right now, but anyway, let's try to get into a couple minutes of gameplay, or you go to a certain amount of points. I did some averaging on what the teams average per game, and I wanted to go to, instead of 60-point quarters or 50-point quarters, I'm going 55-point quarters for total points. And right now the score reads 43 for the Steers, 39 for the Rens. So I'm at about midway through the second quarter with 82 points. I need to get 110 points in order to complete the period. So leading scorers in the game, Connie Hawkins is kicking the most butt right now, because he did not get the ball much in the first quarter. The way the rebounding worked, it kept skipping his player. So, but in the second quarter, he's currently 5 for 5. So he's got 15 points. The other all-star of the league is Bill Bridges, one of the big stars, and the champion Kansas City Steers. He's been a little streaky from the floor, but he's obviously taking a lot of shots. 1, 4, 5, that's 16 points. So you can see this player, King, toward the bottom, the starting guard, kept grabbing the offensive rebound. So I had 4, 6, 8, 9, 10 rebounds for a little guard in the first quarter. So I knew I had to change that out right away, because he had a 3 versus a 2, and he kept grabbing the offensive rebound. And then that would get the ball. Then we'd flip a card, and the next player would be Bridges that would shoot, and then it would skip Connie Hawkins' offensive call on the offense. So the rebounding chart was definitely a necessary upgrade, immediate upgrade, as a matter of fact. So anyway, right now the Kansas City Steers, I want to say Kings, Kansas City Steers had the ball. Bill Bridges is the designated player with the ball. So basically all you're doing here is shooting the ball. And Bridges this game would work really perfect if we gave a little defensive, a minus or a plus defensive rating like Status Pro. I may end up trying to do that with this if I play more of this ABL season, because it needs a little bit of defensive help here. There's none of the you're supposed to be able to utilize the PER, which is, the amount of energy they have on defense, but I'm not seeing that working out at all. You got to exhaust the entire amount, like the PER of 30 for Charlie Curtis, for instance, and that's just too painstaking and time consuming to try to take off a couple points every time he gives up a hoop or whatever he does. So anyway, we're going to go Bridges. Bridges is going to shoot, and that's an 11. So I hope you can see that. Yeah, 11. It's not easy to see, but it's right there. Bridges' field goals are a 1-65. So Bridges will automatically score on that. It's a pretty simple game, actually. Like I said, better than Hoop-Mania. So once you do that, you just move up to the next player, and it's going to be Connie Hawkins here. I've got him at center. I got Bridges at power forward, because Hawkins is the tallest guy, the best rebounder. So I'm just going to make Hawk the center. I believe he was the center. So anyway, we move back. It's now 45-39. Steers have the lead. And the Hawk's going to shoot, and I roll a 54, and he's 1-75. So the Hawk remains on fire. So he's got that field goal. You check for a foul. That was really close, a 54. Tormohlen's foul rating is 39-53. So I lucked out on Tormohlen. Already has 3 fouls, so I didn't want him to get his 4th. So thank goodness that occurred. So we go right back. Larry Staverman, the second leading scorer on the team, around 17.5. Going to shoot for Kansas City. And that looks like, to me, an 84, which is a definitive miss. Staverman misses the shot. He had just came back into the game. And I rolled a 50-sided die for rebounds, and look at the chart. And that's a 35. So you come over the chart. You can read that at all. 35 is defensive left forward rebounds. So missed by Staverman, rebound by Charlie Curtis. Seems pretty random, but there's actually some rebound battles on this chart. If you look at it very closely, there's rebound battles up there for numbers 4 through about 17 or so. So at least gives battles, and battles between other positions. So it's not just one player. So we got a ball going to, I just keep rotating the ball. Phil Rollins will get the next shot. He's a 1-29, which isn't great. 1-30 on threes. He did take 300 threes. Let's go for a three-point attempt. You call a three-pointer, 1-30. Here we go. And that's a 47. So Rollins is going to miss a 3. Go for the rebound. That's a 32. 32 on the board here is offensive right guard versus left guard. So Rollins is the right guard, 2. Left guard Mantis, 3. So Mantis will grab the rebound. Yeah, the guards had just a 3 versus a 2 in the first quarter, both of them. And they were grabbing all the boards. So just turns out Mantis is getting the ball, which in the original rules, you're flipping a card, and Mantis may have gotten the ball in this play, but maybe he wouldn't have. You keep flipping past players. So Mantis is going to shoot a 2, and that's a 75. No good by Mantis. The rebound, that's a 12. So the 12 is a battle. Offensive right guard versus defensive right guard +1. So right guard's Pruitt, 3 and a 2. The 2 becomes a 3, and Rollins actually gets the rebound because ties go to the defense in this case. And that's a nice rebound battle you like to see. So Charlie Curtis with the ball. And you're all just firing away. Charlie, that's a 22. 22 on a 31. Good. Charlie Curtis buries it. And now it's 43-45. They were down 16. The Pittsburgh Rens. They could not, like I said, they couldn't get the ball to Hawkins, and they suddenly, since I've changed to this newer system, the Hawkins is getting the ball, and the Rens have just skyrocketed back into the game. So it's 43-45 right now. It's down to 2, and the Rens are making a serious charge here. So Gene Tormohlen, the next shooter. And that's a 0-0, which is 100. Yes. which in this game, 100 is an offensive foul on Gene Tormohlen, which is his 4th foul, which is not good. I may have to take him out of the game. We are at 45, 85, 88 points, and I need to go to 110. I need to go 22 more points. So let's just say he's gone about 7 or 8 minutes. Let's give him the 8-minute mark and take his card out of there because we don't want him to foul out before halftime. So it'll be Skeeter's ball. There's always got to be a good Skeeter on every team. Kansas City needs another rebounder or a tall guy. Might have maybe throwing Bridges in there. I don't have a lot of good rebounders. There's Larry Gomley. He's not super tall as I recall. I might throw Bridges in the middle on Staverman at the power. So Gomley's going to be coming in, and he'll probably get the last 4 minutes. And let's see, I think I'm going to take, yeah, that'll work. So anyway, we know that's going to work. Okay. So there's an offensive foul. It is 45-43. Pittsburgh has the ball. Got about 4 minutes left. So Skeeter Sullivan's not a good shooter. As Rich had explained, a lot of the reserve players were given very low field goal ratings. They really urged you to play the starters. So let's take a look at Skeeter 1-15. What can he do? Well, I got lucky. 0-9. Skeeter Sullins lucks out. He's 1 for 4. He ties the game at 45. And on an 0-9, technically you're supposed to go to the next card, see if the assist works, which is a 9 on this for Phil Rollins. I'm going to give Rollins an assist. I have not used assist the entire game, so I'm just going to start now. First game, got to figure things out as you go. Kansas City gets the ball. It's George Pruitt, 1-23, 1-30. You can include threes. I'm going to take a quick look. Was Pruitt? Oh, this is Kansas City's roster. I don't care. I'm going to go for a three-point attempt. He's a 1-30. And that's a 47. So you check for the opposing foul, and it's actually a foul on Rollins. It's a 2-shot foul based on the rules because he didn't make the shot. And that's a 2-shot foul. So yeah, 2 free throws for Pruitt. It's the first team foul recorded. Unlike Hoop-Mania, I'm not getting an overwhelming amount of fouls. That may be because I'm not checking for fouls sometimes. First game, trying to figure it out. 1-66 for Pruitt. And that's a 95. That's going to be a miss on the first. And an 07. He makes the second. Pruitt makes 1 out of 2. First point of the game. And the Steers only have 10 points this quarter. And here comes back to the top of the board. We're going to go to Bucky Bullyard. What a great name. And we roll a 16, and Bucky bucks it home. Pretty simple shot. Bucky with 7, 10, 11 in the quarter, and the Rens of Pittsburgh have taken the lead in this game. So quite a comeback. 16 points down. We still got a few minutes left, and they've already taken the lead. We're going to take this down to Staverman. Larry, a good scorer. 2-point attempt, 0-4. That is easily in the bucket. Staverman with 8 points. 48-47. 95 points scored out of 110 in this half. So going to the Hawk. The Hawk has the ball. Pittsburgh. And that is a 22. The Hawk is 1-75. He is on fire. He is now made... Oh my gosh, 4, 7, 10, 9 out of 10 from the floor. He has 19 points, 49-48 Pittsburgh. Holy cow. Larry Gomley. Larry, he's a better three-point shooter than 2. Let's go for 3. You just got to call it. That's a 67. That'll be a missed 3. I'm probably shooting too many 3s, but some of these guys have better ratings on the 3s than the 2s, so... Rebound goes to, I'll give that a 33. 33 defensive center. That's the Hawk. He's doing it all. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 boards for the Hawk. He's played the whole half. I'm kind of playing the Stars the full half. Phil Rollins with the ball. And Phil's going to go up 1-29 with a 2-pointer. 77. No by Rollins. Rebound. It's going to go 44. 44 on the board is the second highest. So Bridges is number 1. And number 2 is Larry. Staverman's got a ton of boards. All right. Well, we're going to go to Nick Mantis. Nick's a 3-point threat. So let's give that 3-point a chance. That's a 56. Mantis 0 for 2 from the arc. Not hitting from the field either. So rebound on that one. That's a 15. 15's a battle. Left forward versus right forward +1. Left forward Staverman. Right forward Sullins +1. That's a 5. Nope. Larry with the offensive board. So Larry's going to get a chance to shoot. See, this flows just a little bit better than flipping the cards. Just having an established rebounding system is much better. 54, he has a 1-53, missed by Larry. Rebound on. It's a 39. 39 is the defensive left forward. That'll be Curtis. So here comes the Hawk again with another chance to kick some buttocks. That's an 18 and another dunk for the Hawk. 51-48. Pittsburgh is surging right now. Larry Gomley. 1-19. Not great, but 39. Not a foul. Missed by Gomley. Rebound. 35. Defensive left forward. That's going to be Charlie Curtis again. Curtis has been a force. I think it's partially because Kansas City can't throw the ball in the ocean right now. Phil Rollins, NBA player. Misfires. I think he was on the Cincinnati Royals. Phil Rollins. No good. Rebound. 22. I think I'll give that a 22. Yeah, 22. Right guard versus right guard. That's Rollins with his 2 versus Pruitt 3. And rebound for the Steers. Nick Mantis loves to bomb that 3. Let's go for another 3. What the freak? Misfires. Mantis no good. 0 for 3 from the arc. Not a great idea, but just as good as his 2-point column. Why would you not even want to try it? Except for realism purposes, of course. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Rebound is going to be I think that's a 2. Oh, that's a defensive foul. What does that mean? That means that was on the rebound. Defensive foul. Wow. We're going to roll that again. I don't know exactly how to award that right at the moment. Because you were going after a rebound. How could it be a defensive foul? Maybe like a loose ball foul? I don't really know. Let's defensive foul. I'm going to roll it again. I have no idea what I want to do on that. 37. Let's go for that. Defensive right guard. We'll give a rebound to Phil. Hand the ball off to Charlie Curtis, who's got a little bit of a 3-point threat. Curtis, he was 1 for 3. We're not going to shoot a 3 on him. Charlie gets the ball. Fires away. And that's a 98. Curtis is 1 for 4. And that's a 9 on the rebound. Left forward versus left forward +1. So offensive left forward has a 7. Left forward +1. Larry's got it anyway. Larry's got a bunch of rebounds. He's hit the double-digit mark. I can't really set the tone for all of them. But Bill Bridges, who was the top scorer, one of the top scorers in the league, probably second to Connie, going up. And that's a 22. That's a basket for Bill Bridges. He's hit 3 in a row. And now it's 50-51. We've got ourselves a good game. Skeeter with the ball. Skeet. 1-15. That's terrible. 43, which is close to a foul number, but it is not. Sullen's no good. Rebound. Rebound 23. Offensive center. Defensive left forward. So it's Bridges, left forward Curtis. Bridges is going to grab the offensive board. Hand the ball off to Pruitt. Pruitt's going to bomb a three-point attempt. Whoops, nope, wrong dice. 30. He's 1 to 30. George Pruitt for 3. George Pruitt, he was 0 for 2 from the arc. I'm shooting him like NBA players of today are. 53-51. Steers surge into the lead. Bucky Bulliard bucks it up. 52 is a no good by Bucky. Let's see what we got for rebounding here. 29. Left guard versus left forward. That's interesting. Left guard is Bucky. 2. Left forward, Larry Staverman. Kills it on the boards one more time. And here comes Staverman. He's got the ball. He's going to try to take it to the rack. 0-4. That's a dunk. 55-51. Steers pull ahead. What are we at? 55. That's 106. I need 4 more points to complete the half. Looks like it's going to the Hawk. And the Hawk is automatic with a 23. Hawk is perfect this quarter. He cannot miss. 53-55. 2 more points, and this will be halftime. It looks like it's going to Larry Gomley. Gomley, terrible shooter, but we'll see what happens. 0-9. Oh, no, 90. Sorry, it's red and white. 90 is a missed shot by Gomley. Rebound's going to be by 50. Second highest offensive rebound. And it looks like it's going to be, of course, Larry Staverman. And we're going to try for one more shot. What do we got? It's George Pruitt. Can Pruitt do it? Pruitt shoots. 0-8. It's good. Pruitt at the buzzer ends the half with the score. Kansas City Steers 57. Pittsburgh Rens 53. That is halftime. So anyway, I'm just going to finish a little bit more of this game and provide maybe a wrap-up after it's all said and done. This has been Negamco Pro Basketball, a modified version of Pro Basketball here. It's not terrible. Is that a glowing review? I don't think so, but it's actually got a little bit of flow if you use a rebound chart. It definitely is easier to read cards than those very detailed computerized Hoop-Mania cards. It's pretty much a dice-driven game, but it's not too much thought process going into it. You don't lose your place, and if you get a nice little ball marker like I used right there, you can keep your place, who has the ball at what time. So I'm sure there's plenty of other rules I got to learn, and maybe get an assist, a way to do assists, maybe get a defensive characteristic for all the players, kind of like a status pro thing. I think that would work out just fabulously if you could figure out who the good defenders and bad defenders are. You just subtract and add points depending on how good a defender they are. That'd be kind of neat. But anyway, this is a classic old game. Might need a modification or two like I've just done today, but it's not that bad. It's actually kind of fun. These old-timey players, kind of cool to look at. I had to do a little research to see who was who's what height, who plays what position. But otherwise, a very playable game in this format. The spinner is just a little arduous, as many have noted. But this game was around for a good 25 years, and there's a reason for it. So you do a couple modifications there. Some found in All Sports Digest by Keith. There's always people with ideas to how to make the game better. But there's something to be said for a simplistic game that you could play relatively quickly. And I'm on my first game, and I'm still just starting to learn how to fly through it. And it's been a lot of fun. So everybody have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.